a Sunday, so happy Sunday. I have my days all mixed up and confused lately. I've just been working away at creating this event that we are going to be listening on today. And it's about fibroids and how do we get past this condition and what is actually the root cause of fibroids. Hello everyone, I'm wanting to welcome the new people who've just decided to come into the Facebook group, and I just want to say thank you so much for joining us. We talk about a lot of different things, and today we're going to be talking about the cause of fibroids. We have 11 lessons in the series of fibroids, and every few days we'll talk a little bit more about how to overcome this condition. Now, I have a few slides that I want to share with you, but before we get started, I also want to introduce you to a colleague of mine. Her name is Chris Gonzalez, and she runs an online course called The Way of Yin. And I like to encourage you to consider looking at those courses because Chris does a really great job of explaining how the body works, that our female organs work. And she is a trusted authority in traditional Chinese medicine, and she has a large following of women who she teaches online. I am a part of her courses. I have learned alongside of her, as well as in my doctoral degree and in my Chinese medicine medical school years ago. But when we begin to understand the language and the verbiage that is used in Chinese medicine, we begin to understand and see how close in nature we are to the universe that we live in, the world that we live in, and the world that we are living in our vessel, in our body. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into our lesson about fibroids. So fibroids can be treated in traditional Chinese medicine, and the way that we were able to treat this is through a combination of a variety of modalities. We're talking about food therapy, exercise therapy, nutritional therapy, acupuncture, as well as movement, getting exercise. But today we're going to really get into, so what are the external factors that cause fibroids? You're probably thinking, what are our external factors? Well, external factors are things like the things that are in our environment. Sometimes they can be, the air that we breathe. It could be our stressors from work life, or maybe even the food that we eat. These external factors can be controlled, and some of them cannot be controlled. But we can always create a lifestyle that's beneficial for us so we're not exposed to these external factors that are causing us a lot of harm. One of the things that I want to bring up to you is when it comes to external factors, I want to ask, what are you putting on your skin? What kind of makeup are you wearing? We all love to put on a little bit of makeup every day and make ourselves feel good and feel beautiful, right? Because that's just our nature. And even if we're not into doing it every day, of course, there's days when we are attending a special occasion and we want to make ourselves look and feel beautiful. Well, take a closer look at the ingredients in your makeup. Because a lot of ingredients that are in your makeup are chemicals that are disruptors to our hormones, especially, our estrogen. Our body starts to break down because of what is being put on our skin. Our skin is the largest organ, and whatever we put on it, it's absorbed within minutes, seconds. It gets into our bloodstream, and then it starts to negatively impact our organs and our hormones and the rest of our system. So if we could be conscious about what we put on our skin, then we could positively change a lot of these negative factors that are starting to cause a disruption to our hormones and to our organs. So these are the causes of fibroids. We're talking about excess estrogen, chemicals that cause estrogen to develop or us to secrete more estrogen, birth control pills, which messes with our hormones and oftentimes causes us to create more estrogen, plastic wrap, things that we wrap our containers with when we're, taking food on the go. I would always encourage using glass when you're heating up your food, heat it up over the stove versus the microwave. Take out, if you have a microwave and that's the only place you can heat up your food in, then use a glass container. You can get those glass containers that are oven safe and use those and take those to work or with you when you're traveling. And then replacement therapy, estrogen replacement therapy also increases the level of estrogen too. Sometimes when we go through the getting a hysterectomy, we end up being on estrogen replacement therapy, and what that does is it causes us to throw off the balance of estrogen in our body. And so that, coupled off with foods that contain estrogen like soy or soy products that are made that are processed, can increase and throw off our estrogen levels. And then there's the element of blood stagnation, which is related to the emotional element, the emotional component. Blood stagnation occurs when we are angry and frustrated and stressed out. This is why it's important to incorporate things like yoga and meditation and breath work and learning how to say no. It's okay to say no to attending events or to going places or to doing things for people, because we become overwhelmed, and that overwhelm starts to manifest in our organ system. And the liver is the organ that houses the blood. And so we want to keep this liver happy. We want to make sure it's cleansed and we're giving it the right herbs and the right nutrients and the right food. And we want to make sure that the liver is happy emotionally. And the way that we do that is we control, we understand how we're feeling. Because our emotions play a significant factor in how our organs perform. So making sure that you spend some self-time to give yourself some self-care, to think about what you need, and learning how to take care of this vessel, this world right here. This is the number one thing that you need to take care of, because nobody else will the way that you will. And what I mean by that is that people are always going to be wanting to be a part of your life, doing things with you, wanting you to do this, wanting you to go here. But if we just kind of zone into what do I want and silence everything else out, spending quality time, whether that means 30 minutes, earlier, getting up 30 minutes earlier in the day, just so we can have that peace of mind, that is self-care, and that is very, very important to our whole body health. So what do we do when it comes to experiencing the pain that evolves from having fibroids? Well, these are the things that you can control. You can control your diet. You can control your exercise levels. And you can control the amount of chemicals that are in your home. So first of all, let's talk about what you can eat. You want to start looking at your diet. What am I eating already that is causing me to have these negative symptoms? Is there grease in my diet? Am I eating out too much? Do I have plenty of greens in my diet and vegetables? Because greens have nutrients and they clean the blood. They scrub the blood. Now, I'm a massive advocate of juicing, plant-based nourishment, and eating clean. Now, a lot of people are like, oh, well, we can't be vegetarian because I love meat too much. Well, I come from a meat-eating family as well, and there are times when I will have a piece of meat. But if I'm gonna have meat, I'm gonna make sure that the meat is organic, that it's grass-fed, that it's from a resource that is reliable. When we incorporate too much protein in our diet, that can negatively impact our system, and it can make our system more acidic, and then that could start to throw off the balance in our body as well. So I eat meat occasionally, maybe once a week, if not maybe once a month. But I like to keep my diet plant-based, and I encourage that because of all the nutrients and the nitrates that are required to grow this plant that comes from earth. Remember, when plant is grown in the soil, when it's harvested, before it's harvested, it takes phytonutrients from the sun, photosynthesis from the sun to grow. That's vitamin D. And then it takes the nitrates from the soil that is coming from, you know, the byproduct of worms and the breakdown of the carbons in the soil to help that vegetable grow. And when the more organic it is, the more the soil is nurtured and it's organic and it has all the nutrients in it, the better that vegetable is going to grow. And so eating organic is essential. If you can grow an organic garden, maybe get a tower garden, or maybe you can share a garden with some friends or go somewhere where you can pick your own, that's always a great option. But I know that that's not an available option for most of us who live in the city. So making those food choices and eating more organic is going to be beneficial for you. Plus, you're going to find that the food that you eat is going to make you feel more rejuvenated, more alive, because there is life-giving nourishment in the food when it comes from an organic resource. So other things that help us, what we can do is avoid refined hydrogenated oil. This comes from eating in restaurants. Instead of using canola oil, consider using coconut oil or a grapeseed oil to cook your food in. Eating broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, these are cruciferous vegetables. Brussels sprouts, these are very good for our hormones, and they have been studied for the nutritional value that they provide for us as women with these challenges. Avoiding alcohol and coffee is an all-time must. Alcohol obstructs and, really throws off the energy of the liver, and it starts to create a disharmony in the liver. The alcohol just exhausts the energy of it, and it also starts to pollute the liver. And coffee stresses out the kidneys and the adrenals. And so I would suggest considering using more of like an adaptogenic coffee, maybe like a mushroom coffee, or switching your morning beverage to a tea. There's plenty of caffeine in green tea, which is an antioxidant and it also has anti-cancer properties. And there are wonderful benefits in black tea. So if you do need caffeine, you can find it in tea. You don't always have to use coffee. However, if you love coffee and you just can't get over the fact that you can't have your coffee, then have a cup at the weekend or have a cup occasionally throughout the week. Maybe on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or limit your consumption to 1 cup a day instead of 2, 3, or 4 cups a day. Another option is to consider using lemon juice in your salads. I love to make my salads with lemon juice. It just gives that extra flavor. In fact, I'll clean my lemon, my vegetables and my lettuce in 1 drop of lemon essential oil in a sink full of water, and I'll let it sit there for about 10 to 30 minutes to allow the lemon to take out all of the grease and all the junk that's on the vegetables. Considering dandelion root, whether you can get this in a tincture, you can get this in a capsule, you could take it throughout the month and alternating it with your other nutritional supplements. Taking milk thistle and some water, you can use this. You could get them in a tincture and drop a couple of drops of milk thistle in some water, and burdock, artichoke, and turmeric. Adding these combinations of nutrition in your salad is great. Now, you can get dandelion root as well in a little capsule, and you can get milk thistle in a capsule as well, and you can just open up that capsule and put it on your salad and stir your salad around. That's a great way to get those nutrients into your system as well, and those are going to clean your liver. I love making my salads with things like hemp seed and black sesame seed and coconut chunks or coconut shavings, and I will sprinkle that on my salad along with oil and vinegar, and that is how I make my salad. It's not just your regular tomatoes and avocado and iceberg lettuce. We're talking about greens, heavy greens, and dressing it with these different types of ingredients. Even brewer's yeast is a great source of protein, and you can change up these flavors, and it doesn't have to come from the flavors don't have to come from the dressing that we're buying from the store. If you're going to make dressing, If you're going to put dressing on your salad, make it yourself and put these other ingredients into your salad. It just changes the game for salads. Another thing about salads is we only want to eat salads in the summertime. In the wintertime, it's a little too cold to be having salads, and that can congeal the blood, and it congeals the body fluids, and it starts to injure the organs long term. So in the wintertime, consider things like soups, and you can do the same thing with soups. Open up these little containers, put them in your soup, stir it around, and even add your hemp seeds and your black sesame seeds, and even some grounded up chia seeds. These are all going to be beneficial to your system, and your body's going to metabolize that, break it down, and help create a better blood flow and circulation because your body's getting the nutrients that it needs. So what do I do to support the liver? Well, increasing your consumption of vitamin B. You can get it from lentils, rice bran, black strip molasses, which is also high in magnesium, as well as iron and zinc. You can also take vitamin D in a capsule. Vitamin B in a capsule. So if you're already getting vitamin B in a supplement, you can increase your chances of getting even more vitamin B from lentils, rice bran, and black strip molasses. Flaxseed. Now, there is this practice called seed cycling, and seed cycling is when we incorporate 4 different types of seeds throughout our monthly cycle. So you can go, a week of just eating flaxseed, put it in a little ramekin, leave it on the counter, sprinkle it on your food, on your salads, on your meats, on your rice, on your vegetables, and do that every day, and every day of the month using different types of seeds. So sunflower seeds, for example, chia seeds, flax seeds. Using these types of seeds will increase your body's ability to metabolize the omega that comes in the seeds. And this is really beneficial in balancing the estrogen levels long term. So this is a practice that you want to incorporate throughout your lifestyle, throughout your life. It's not just something that you do for a short period of time. We're looking at lifestyle changes. What can we do to change our whole lifestyle so we can live better, more pain-free, and create better practices long term? Another thing that you can incorporate into your lifestyle is omega-3 fatty acids. This can come in the form of a liquid. I love the one by doTERRA because you can get it in a children's bottle omega. It's a liquid, and I add that to my food after I've cooked it, because whenever we cook oils, the oils burn off, and so we want to add it to the end of our recipe. Or I can just add it to my orange juice, or a little bit of water and take it down that way. Castor oil to the abdomen 5 days before your period. Taking castor oil, this is an old wives' tale I've heard as well, but taking castor oil and putting it on your belly, and then putting a cloth over top of it, a warm cloth, or maybe even a warm compress. What that does is the castor oil is going to move the blood. And when we move the blood, we are not allowing the blood to stay stagnant in our lower abdomen. So doing this 5 days before your menstruation is going to help alleviate a lot of the pain. So it also moves the lymphatic, and it moves any debris that is obstructing the blood flow. Warm baths, exercise. Exercise doesn't have to be strenuous either. It could be a little bit of TRX, it could be a 30-minute walk, and you can incorporate your exercise with your meditation. And most importantly, getting acupuncture. Acupuncture moves the blood. It is literally 50% of the whole entire practice. Now, if you're in a place and you're just like, I don't know where to go to get an acupuncturist, or acupuncture is too expensive, there are options for you. You can do community acupuncture, which is sliding scale, which is more affordable. Sometimes treatments are from $20 to $40, and this is even more beneficial because acupuncture is cumulative. The more treatments that you have, the better your body is going to perform, especially when we're dealing with a condition like fibroids and the pain is so acute. So incorporating acupuncture with your herbals, with your food therapy protocol, and your exercise therapy protocol, now you're really starting to see a massive difference, and you're getting the bigger picture, and you're able to really see great results happen over a period of time. Emotionally related symptoms to fibroids is something that you can completely take control of. When we are inundated with stress in our lives, raising a family, going to work, stressing about money, that's when the blood starts to boil, coagulate, get sticky, because we're not releasing this excess energy, this excess that we're experiencing and accumulating in our body. And so one of the things that I love to do is practice Qigong. Qigong is an ancient type of exercise that is used throughout China. It's very simple. I wake up in the morning, I do a couple of movements. One of them is just shaking it out. Just shake your whole body and shake out all of the negativity, the stuff. Just move, shake your lymphatics. And that is the old ancient Chinese way of letting things go. But if Qigong is not your style and you're kind of like, I don't know if I want to do that, because I was there before, you can always turn to things like meditation and yoga, moving meditation, walking meditation. These are all wonderful ways and benefits to incorporate exercise into your lifestyle. And it doesn't always have to be, sweaty workouts, lifting weights, running on the treadmill. It's just a little bit of movement to get the body fluids moving around in your body. Hire a coach. Everyone should have someone in their life that is going to help them become a better person. And it could be a lifestyle coach, it could be a health coach, it could be someone in your life that is going to take a look at where you are right now and say, okay, these are where we need to tweak your lifestyle so that way you can get to the next level in your life, doing the things that you love to do. You see, we don't always see what we're doing wrong or what we can be doing better. And so having that other perspective, that person that tells us that we're doing a great job, but yet we can just tweak things here and there, now you're actually starting to get the whole entire essence of what it means to live a full life. The most successful coaches, doctors, and business people, business women and men have coaches. And a lot of times these coaches change throughout the periods in their life. Sometimes they're a health coach, then it could be a business coach, it can be a strategist, it could be a marketing coach. And these coaches come together to bring you exactly what you need so you can take your life, your business, to the next level. Learn to say no. You don't always have to say yes to everything, but saying no is powerful. It means that you're saying yes to you and you're saying not right now to everything else. So how common are fibroids? Well, fibroids are so common, and it's not something that you need to be afraid of or be embarrassed about. About 20 to 30% of women between the ages of 35 and 50 suffer from fibroids, but year after year, this age limit or this age statistics gets younger and younger and younger. Look at the amount of stress that younger women are experiencing. There is a lot of stress in their life that we don't even realize exist, and they're afraid to talk about it because they don't know who to talk to about it, and they don't even know what's going on in their body. So the more that we allow ourselves to become open, then that's when the universe is going to bring into your vortex, into your life, who you need to see, speak, and listen to help you break through. And the information that you receive is going to either resonate with you or it's not going to resonate with you. And if it doesn't resonate with you, then you just keep on searching, you keep on asking. That is the power of energy and chi and the source that lives within inside of you. So that is the power of God, creation, creator. And this is the same energy that moves the blood in your system, that also dictates your thoughts, whatever thoughts that you're creating, that helps you arrive at the destination that you're looking to arrive at. So fibroids are the most common structural abnormality of the uterus, and millions upon millions of women experience this condition. So there really isn't any need to be fearful that you are in a space where nobody understands you. Chinese medicine can definitely help with this condition. However, if you are experiencing massive symptoms that are so painful, it is highly, highly recommended that you first seek medical attention, get an MRI, get some scans done, get some tests done to find out how big these fibroids are, and then use Chinese medicine, East Asian medicine in combination with your Western medicine practice. You know, we are looking to achieve whole body health, and we want to work with you, and that's what we do. We work with you. I myself, as a practitioner, will reach out to PCPs, practitioners, and also gynecologists, and say, hey, my patient has come to me for support. I would like to work with your doctor on how we can bring together the synergy of what Western medicine is doing and what Eastern medicine can do in order to combine the two medicines to help bring your body into balance. So that is the message that I wanted to share with you today on the cause of fibroids. I hope that this serves you and that you find a ton of benefit from this message. I'm really looking forward to seeing your comments in the sections below here. And if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me either through direct message. You can message me on Instagram or here on Facebook. And you can also go to my website, AntonikaChanel.com, and check out my contacts page. I have plenty of blogs out there. I'm constantly writing about this topic and other topics, and I'm here to support you and to provide you with the education and the comfort that you need in order to help you get to the next level. Thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again on our next topic of fibroids coming up in the next few days.